Today on the channel, we got a new sub-line from the Marvel Legends series with Marvel Legends Rivals with Jeff the Shark and Venom.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Marvel Legends unboxing and review. And today on the channel from the Rivals sub-series, we got Jeff the Land Shark, and we got Venom. But for all your Rivals needs and a whole lot more, make sure you hit up jaystoysandgames.com. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 15% on all in-stock items. Got to get a deal out there. And these will be hitting Jay's very soon, so be on the lookout over there at Jay's. This one just randomly popped up at my Target, so your mileage may vary, as we always do say. We'll see where it goes. But we know where this review is going to go is we're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. We'll do some comparisons later on in this very video as well. And we got two interesting characters here that I don't really think of going together. Of course, you got Venom, the big bad, I guess good guy sometimes, anti-hero sometimes, all over the place, but originated from the Spider-Man comic books. And then you got Jeff the Land Shark, which we know more from, was he in the Great Lakes Avengers? Man, maybe I'm thinking of Squirrel Girl or something, but he was with Deadpool a lot. We've had both of these guys before in Marvel Legends, obviously Venom more often, but we have had Jeff the Land Shark before. I will do comparisons, like I said, later in this video here. Without further ado, let's check it out, the packaging on this. Now, I have never played Marvel Rivals one time in my entire life. I'm kind of on the fence with this series, but I am a Venom guy, so I wanted to get that one. We'll see where this ends up going. I'm also a Punisher guy. The Moon Knight and the Spider-Man, and there's a girl with Spider-Man, something Frost or something. I don't even know that character. Apparently, she's new from the Rivals. So an interesting line, but at the end of the day, it's about the money. It's about getting new buyers and new people, and you got kids playing this. Maybe they want these figures and not a traditional Venom, etc. So you always got to work all the angles, as we know. But a heavy, heavy box on here. This is a heavy box. Marvel Legends Rivals down here. You got their names. What do we got for ages on here? 4 and up. You 3-year-olds, you can't handle this shark. But 4-year-olds, you're fast as a shark, like young Udo from Accept. We got Venom on the side there. There's old Jeff on the side there. And then on the back, got Tail of the Tape, Jibber Jabber, Glamour Shots, all that fun stuff. What's it say about these two back here? Venom, using his symbiote-enhanced body as the perfect living weapon, Eddie Brock stands alongside his alien ally, ready to unleash vicious attacks upon anyone he deems an enemy. Jeff the Land Shark is next. Mischievous Jeff brings splashes of joy and healing to every battle, but if the tide turns, he can morph into a ferocious beast, swallowing an army of foes in one giant gulp. A little comic relief, is that what he's here for? I guess so. Spider-Man style, see you later, goodbye. Not the craziest background, we've seen crazier. See you later, shuffle off to the side, goodbye. Plastic prison, no twist ties on this one, just big pieces, big heavy bruiser pieces is what we got. We're gonna get it all out of the package here. Oh, there we go. Holy cow. There we go, we're getting there. Crunch, crunch. This is ASMR to some people, all this crunching. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. There we go. Oh, we got tape. It's Cambodian. I can feel it. I know that feeling anywhere. There it is. See you later, shuffle. Goodbye. Let's get down to business. Let's start with the Jeff the Land Shark. How about? I think that's a good way to start. A little pet is what we have. So we get a little effect piece here. I guess kind of cool to see. It's supposed to be a little bit of like water he's going through. Of course, classic Jaws-like with shark. You put this on the table. Uh-oh, he's coming through. He's going to get you. So a cool little piece if you want to. You can use this somewhere else if you need to. But then we get Jeff the Shark here. Man, he's the heavy one of the package here. This is like a big old paperweight is what it reminds me of. He does come with this collar over the top. Does have Jeff in there in case he gets lost. Really playing like a puppy dog style is what he ends up being. It's almost like a bulldog or something is what he reminds me of. Happy-go-lucky shark. Got those shark teeth. We got that tongue dangling off the side. Got a very loving eyes on him. A nice blue and gray coloring, and then you got some of this striping up here on the top. Is he a tiger shark, Todd McFarlane? I'm not sure. No articulation on him outside of his head. You get side to side for the head. That is it. But you got the big fin here. You got the tail. Would have been cool if this was kind of like a bendy wire for the tail. Is what it is. He does got paw prints on the bottom, but you got 4 standard feet down here. For most sharks have 4 feet, don't they? What? They don't? Oh my gosh. Evolution right here. He's walking back. I think sharks eventually walked into the water and lost their feet, and then they walked back out with Jeff the land shark is what they did. The second head, you got options here. Just a smiling head on Jeff. So either way, he is a friendly guy. Would have been nice to have a jaw that moved on this one. Is what it is, though. But man, he is a heavy, heavy dude. That's for sure. This is almost bigger and heavier than I feel it needs to be. I don't know. I feel like this is like a baseball in my hands. Like I throw this through a window or something if I needed to. I don't know. But Jeff the land shark doing Jeff the land shark things. And I said we got him in the past. Not quite that size. A little version here. That's quite the size difference, I would say. Very big size difference here. But fun for what it is. I don't know. Do you like Jeff the land shark? Is this what you think of with Jeff the land shark? You got to ask yourself on that one here. And I guess you can ask that same question with Venom, the old lethal protector himself. Venom is an interesting character as we've had him Spider-Man sized and we've had him absolutely monster sized before. So he's a guy that just really depends on the artist and the comic book angle or the video game in this case, what sizing he does bring. So we'll compare him to another video game Spider-Man here in a second. But we do got splayed out hands and a bit of a hand like that, one of those kind of things going on. Sharp nails on both sides. You got the white on the top of the palms, bluish, blackish color, and that's what we see with Venom. We either see really, really black or blue somewhere in the mix there. This has a little bluish black look to it as well. Diving into this one, we're going to dive into the head sculpt. Very small head on Venom. A little small for the body, I would say, but it's all right. It works. And once again, Venom's a guy that has a lot of different looks to him. No movability on this jaw, but a severe underbite. In orthodontist dream, you could say he would be here. But if you handed me this head, I would definitely know this is Venom. There's no doubt in my mind. Second head, another classic Venom style head. You got the tongue sticking way out there, the big old teeth, got the big eyes. Looking very cool. I'll probably end up using this. I'm a sucker for this. Kind of like Wolverine. If he's got claws, I'm going to use them. If he's got a tongue out for Venom, I'm probably going to use it. But you got some options here if you really want them. So looking good. Now, diving into this Venom figure, he's got a little bit of a shawl kind of thing going on. He's got some of the symbioteness over him on his arms and biceps, plugging into his arms there, giving him a little extra presence, I guess we'll call it. A little extra presence, like a young Led Zeppelin back in the early 80s, I think. Early 80s, 79, 80, something like that, Todd McFarlane. But looking good. You got that bright color, that bright dark. Bright dark? Yeah, maybe something like that. But he's got that dark bluish, blackish color to him. Of course, you got the Venom logo. We'll call it the Venom logo. All over in white, looking very nice as well. 2 fists of fury for those punches and bunches. You better watch out for those along the way. Looking very good. Arms do go all the way around for us on him here. Back and forth. No butterfly shoulder. We do get a little bit of bicep cut. Single jointed elbows on this one. Hands removable, back forth, side to side. Head removable, back forth, side to side, up and down. A lot of movement out of this head, though. More than I would expect there to be. So you do get some good angles out of that head if you need to. Hula hoop up top, plus traditional waist. Big old Venom splits if you need to. Smooth as butter. Goes up for the big boot brother. Thigh cut. Double jointed pinless knees. Boot cut, calf cut. Ankles back forth, side to side, up and down. He does got the big old sharp toes on him as well, so watch out for those nails. Should fit on a Mattel ringside collectible stand using code Kyle, save 10%. What do you do? Make sure you get the WWE stands, though, for those. But he is a big bruiser of a figure here, is Venom. Not sure his correlation to Jeff the Land Shark. Obviously, it's video game related here, so they must have crossed paths one way or another somewhere along the way. But I did talk about Venom having other video game figures over the years. I think the last one we got and unboxed on the channel was from the Spider-Man video game a year or 2 years ago. This is a big one where he's as big as like a building. So you get Venom all over the place. So you could theoretically obviously use this for the Rivals collection, but you could use this as your regular day Venom if you wanted to. It just depends on the sizing. Do you want him Spider-Man style? Do you want him big monster style, big bruiser style? You got some options. And like I said, we've had a lot of Venoms over the years. And if you're only after one Venom, I think there's enough different sizes that you can probably find your sweet spot after all. And this might be the one for you. So wanted to grab Spider-Man too. We just unboxed the No Way Home Spider-Man and Hulk on the channel. Check out that review. But we also got Spider-Man right here. So you can see that size difference against these Venoms, which to me, in my brain, Venom is always bigger than Spider-Man. And definitely not this big, maybe a little bit smaller than this, but this is closer to what I think of as far as Venom size. But as I said, your mileage may vary. Same thing for Jeff the Landshark. You might think of him more like this, or maybe think of him more like this. Just really depends on your thoughts on the character and where you think the character needs to be. So there it is, a little Marvel Rivals here. I'm fully invested to get the Punisher, I do believe. Moon Knight, maybe, and then that Spider-Man 2-pack, maybe, but a maybe is probably a yes, Todd McFarlane. We'll see what ends up happening around here. There's only so much money to go around, Todd, that's the way it goes, but we'll see what happens. Stay tuned in the future. We unbox a lot of Marvel Legends, as you know, so make sure you subscribe to this channel and my other YouTube channel. Give the old thumbs up for the video, always helps. Sir Paul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and The Kyle Peterson Show at gmail.com, which is the name of my podcast, The Kyle Peterson Show, available where podcasts are found with video cast on YouTube. Check out Patreon, check out YouTube channel memberships to support the channel as well. Plenty of bonus content, early access to content, and all points in between over there. Check it out if you haven't already. So for Venom, Jeff the Landshark, Marvel Rivals, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?
Time's are bad, and when the time comes to go down in a river of trouble, love and a bounce around, just hold